Brian Kelly continues to keep Notre Dame at the top of college football, and this is another team that will they go back to independent this year. When they were in the ACC last year, they made it to the college football playoff, and they're hoping to get back there again and hopefully put on a little bit of a better showing. The talent they have on this roster is more than capable of making that happen. It's just a matter of, can they find a quarterback and can they fill some pieces that they need on both sides of the ball. This 2021 team, again, has some NFL talent on their roster, including a safety that will be a very highly coveted pick when it comes to the 2022 NFL draft. And it's just a matter of, can the quarterback play be what they need it to be, and can they win at a high level enough to get back to that college football playoff. At number 10, we have running back Chris Tyree. Now, while everyone talks about Kyron Williams, Chris Tyree is a great backup option for any roster, and Notre Dame's lucky to have him. 496 yards and 4 touchdowns last year. If he was the starter, he would do just as good as Kyron Williams would, but since he's at a backup right now, he gives them quality depth that they really need. Number 9, quarterback Jack Coan. Now, while Coan has not won the job, and it's still a wide open job at quarterback, Coan, I think, is going to be the guy that starts for them. The Wisconsin transfer showed his potential at times with the Badgers, but also he showed his struggles. And when you're working with Brian Kelly, you're going to be under a microscope. You're going to get a lot of criticism and a lot of coaching, teaching. You're going to get a lot of pointers and whatnot, and you're going to have to deal with an upset Brian Kelly at times. So it's just a matter of, can Coan handle that, and can he elevate his game to what Notre Dame needs it to be. Number 8, linebacker Jack Kaiser, 20 tackles last year, 3 tackles for loss, a pick. Linebacker is going to be a strength for Notre Dame this year, and Kaiser is going to be one of the more exciting players to watch on the defensive side of the ball. Number 7, quarterback Clarence Lewis, another guy on the defensive side of the ball that's going to be fun to watch. This defense should be very stifling again, even though Notre Dame will be using a new coordinator now that Clark Lee is at Vanderbilt. But he has talent. Whoever came in really is going to succeed because there's a ton of talent at all 3 levels for this defense. Number 6, linebacker Drew White, one of the more underrated linebackers in all of college football. 56 tackles, 9 tackles for loss last year. Veteran leader for this defense and a guy that's going to make a ton of plays for Notre Dame. Number 5, tight end Michael Mayer. Without a go-to wide receiver, Mayer could be the go-to target for Coan or whoever is the quarterback this year. 450 yards and 2 touchdowns. A guy who is very, very powerful and can make some plays with his speed downfield. It's going to be exciting to see what kind of year he has this season. Number 4, defensive tackle Myron Tagovailoa Amosa. 5.5 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, a guy who's going to make sure that the middle of the defense is up to snuff and up to speed of where they need to be. Number 3, running back Kyron Williams. We mentioned Williams earlier when we mentioned Chris Tyree. Notre Dame has one of the best duos in the backfield of any program in the country. Williams rushed for over 1,100 yards and 13 touchdowns as a freshman, and he's back to show the world that he can be even better. And at undersized back at 5'8", he definitely doesn't play like he's undersized. He has plenty of power in his frame. You're not afraid to throw his body around, and he also has a little bit of wiggle to him. So it's going to be fun to watch him in his second year as a starter. Number 2, Jarrett Patterson. Now, he played center last year for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and I guess one other guy that I did not include here will be Kane Madden. He could be on this list. I just didn't include him yet. He definitely could be a top 5 guy. I just wanted to highlight some other guys in this list for now. Kane Madden could be another guy that we also mentioned. Patterson, like I said, played center. Sounds like he might be moving to tackle, which will be interesting to see what he can do as the only returning starter for the Irish. It's a new group that's going to experience some growing pains, and a guy like Patterson is going to be a leader that can help them get through that. Kane Madden obviously is a huge addition in the transfer portal too, but Patterson is going to be the guy that leads them to where they want to go. And number 1, we mentioned him before, safety Kyle Hamilton, 3rd team All-American according to the AP, 63 tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 6 passes defended. If you need Kyle Hamilton to do something, he's going to do it, and he's going to be really good at doing it. Notre Dame is going to be very multiple in what they do on defense, and Kyle Hamilton's going to be one of those guys they ask to do many things. Brian Kelly has a ton of talent on this team. Again, there's some positions that we really need to watch, and their offensive line needs to find 3 guys essentially. There's a ton of talent coming in from their recruiting classes, but it's just a matter of, can the quarterback play be what they need it to be, and are they able to take another step? We know they can get to the college football playoff, but can they win in the college football playoff will be the big question.